Oh,
Done.
I call tonight's meeting of the Dalton Select Board to order.
Checks. There's agendas too.
The Primex is our annual payment, right?
Yes.
We don't get all three signatures.
No. Did this Smith Road close out? Will we get FEMA reimbursement?
No,
Okay.
no.
Really?
It's just that's under the engineering portion and we've already gotten all the engineering money that we're going to get.
Okay. These sheets look a lot cleaner, time sheets.
Much easier to read, right?
They are. Thank you.
Sure.
Did you take a look at payroll?
Oh, yeah, they will.
Okay. There's some in that pile that I didn't see.
I thought you did them all.
Oh, okay.
Signed them.
I thought there might be some like you and Eric signed.
No.
Okay. Yeah, they're,
Okay.
I mean, I looked through the manifest, so. I'm not really concerned. We still have to keep a phone line, right, for the state?
We have to keep at least one phone line. I don't know if there's an issue with Spectrum releasing the other two lines to Fidium. Or if there's an issue with Fidium trying to deal with Spectrum, but. I contacted Fidium again last week and said, what's the status of this? I signed the order in June. It's now August. He said he was gonna check and get back to me,
Okay,
so. We should be able to ditch two of those Spectrum lines.
and is Fidium overall more than what we were paying?
No, it might appear that it is because we have the internet. Our internet, the fire department's internet and the highway department's internet, all on that same bill.
And it used to be 3 separate ones.
Right, and
Okay.
so. The phones. Specifically, we're paying $129. And then our internet, I think, is $135. So we're paying $265 or $270 for our phones and internet. But the highway and the fire department, their internet is $100 each.
Okay.
It is May? Is that May or June?
It's June for the transaction report.
So it would be June. June, bank recs and transaction report.
What are you gonna do now that Staples is closed?
Order stuff online.
No.
Yeah, I would only go there if I had to get something immediately, but. I usually order online because when I order a few things, so I get free delivery.
No.
And I try to stay ahead of it.
They did that one.
Put back. Yield warrant for timber. You have to sign the first and second page.
Which will want me to have a motion.
Yep.
You have new things in Windows, right? And screens?
No,
No?
no, I just opened the one window. That's the one that opens.
Okay. It's nice to have the breeze.
It is.
I just see the black line I don't usually see, because
Yeah, the
usually
blinds are
the double-
usually closed. Yep.
yeah,
No, I should have opened it earlier, but I forgot and I came in and I was like, oh, it's stuffy. So,
Well, I didn't think it started cooling off till it rained.
yeah, it was pretty warm, but even just to circulate the air is kind of nice.
yeah, it was kind of humid too.
Yeah, it was.
Does it say where they're cutting it?
128 places. Bevon Mars, isn't it?
No, that's where
That's
the,
what it's, right
it's
there.
the owner.
It'll give a map and lot number.
Towards the.
If you look all the way on the back on the intent. It was up on Blakesley.
You find it?
Yeah, it says a lot number stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't give an address of the cut.
I make a motion that we approve and sign the timber yield
I'll
warrant.
second it.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
all of us have to sign.
First 2 pages. One intent to cut.
And we usually just sign these. That's just, somebody has an objection, we don't need a. We don't usually make a motion on these. Yep.
Meeting minutes from July 20th.
Make a motion, we accept the meeting minutes from July 20th.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye,
Aye. We're abstaining since you weren't here, right?
Right.
Non-public 1, 2, and 3 from July 20th.
Make a motion, we approve the non-public sessions 1, 2, and 3 from July 20.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Uh,
Aye.
That's all I've got for signature.
Okay. And so we have an update on the moisture issue in the building?
Yes, so they came in week before last, pulled up flooring, put down the water barrier. Was letting it dry over the weekend. They were gonna come and tile that side of the floor on Monday, Tuesday, and then do the other side. But the moisture barrier did not set well in every spot. So they weren't convinced that that was gonna take care of the issue. So they put tile down in some areas. They spread some glue before they realized that the moisture barrier didn't set. So they put tile down in front of the gym, halfway to the kitchen or to the kitchen. Because they had spread glue there already. And then I asked them to put tile going into each of the bathrooms. So they did that. We're waiting to get the phone number to the company that helped a church in Vermont with a similar issue. They had water in their basement. I haven't gotten that phone number yet. We just don't want to keep asking Carpet Connection to replace the tile and then keep having the same issue. So right now we're kind of in a holding pattern to see what happens with this flooring that was put down and get a contact number for.
And was it worse in some areas than others, or?
Yes, in some areas. And then they had already started taking out tile on this side, the other side of the library door. And they showed me where it was really wet under some of those tiles, even though they hadn't started to curl yet. Like you could see the difference in the glue that was used. Like some of it was like green, like it should be. And then other areas were white and you could touch it and just kind of feel it was kind of gooey.
Is the glue water soluble?
Yes.
So the water barrier wouldn't be a remediation with a glue that's not water soluble. That would not, it'd just be, cover it.
Yeah.
And it's concrete underneath, right? We're on a concrete
Yep.
slab.
Yep. So it's just, the slab is just holding moisture.
any cracks in the slab, or is it just coming through the concrete?
No, it's just
Moisture from the heat.
coming through the concrete.
Condensation. in the
So
top.
part of that issue, not to jump ahead, but part of that issue is the lack of air circulation in the building. So I did talk to North Country Mechanical, who came out the morning that I talked to him, went up on the rooftop, looked at the units that were there, kind of looked at what we had, what had been disconnected, what he thought could be done. He said we have 2 units up there, air exchange units, that he said appear to be in decent shape, like just by looking at them, they look like they're in decent shape. There's power to them, but like the louvers aren't opening up. So he said that he could come in and spend a half a day kind of assessing each one of the units to see what it would need to be put back into service. I told him I needed a quote, and then he said it was $125 an hour. And I said, well, if you're talking a half a day, I can approve that. So he's supposed to come sometime this week to assess those 2 units. He said one of the units, there was a lot of bees near it, so he's gonna have to try and figure out how to work around that, but otherwise, he said a half a day, he should be able to give us a decent idea of what it would cost to get at least one of the systems up and running again, so that we have fresh air circulation in the building, which will take care of part of the moisture issue. But until we get the number for the other company, I mean, that's really all we could do at this point.
So part of the moisture issue is condensation, which the air handling will help with. Could there also be cracks not in the floor, but in the foundation that's seeping in with a
Well, there could be,
wall around?
there could be, we just,
We just don't
you
know.
wouldn't know it, yeah.
And we've got the water fountain that doesn't work, so we don't know what's going on with the pipes underneath the
Right,
floor, right?
yeah.
But hopefully that company would be able to assess some of that.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how they assess those things. I don't know if they just randomly do some cores and see if it comes up wet, or if they have some type of system that they put on the floor to see what it absorbs. I don't know.
And we don't know the cost.
No.
And we don't know why the air handlers were disconnected
Yeah,
years ago.
you know if there are two air handlers, two different zones, or?
He thinks that. Sorry, I just got a low battery. He thinks that, one does that side of the building and the other one does this side of the building.
So we really need both of them functioning.
Yeah, he said it, you could probably get away with one, but it would be better to have two. It would be better to have two. But
And it'd probably be better in the winter for just heat circulation and everything too, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
there's so many things that would be better.
For
The list could probably be pretty long.
the building,
Well, just, they move the air.
yeah,
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 I mean, just that alone.
right, and just for breathing,
Yeah, so. I don't know what day, he just said he'd be here someday this week, so.
Okay. Well, good, I feel like we're at least. We have a path forward.
Yeah, hopefully he comes back.
And hopefully the remediation of the air handlers is not. Too outrageous,
Right,
Yeah.
because all the ductwork is in place, right?
yes, and the ductwork, I don't,
Does it need to be cleaned?
my
or
guess would
anything?
be it probably needs to be cleaned. If it's been sitting for 15 years, I don't know. Yeah,
No idea how long or when they disconnected.
It's been before I came on the board, which was 2019,
so,
It's been disconnected for a while then.
Yeah.
yeah,
so,
so. Would this guy clean ducts too, or is as many?
I don't
So
know,
maybe-
we didn't get to that point.
Okay,
I was
There's
just happy
something-
that he came.
I would just worry about mildew and mold spores up in there.
Right.
I wouldn't want it turned on and have all that come into the building without
Yes,
it being taken care of.
yeah. So, we'll see what happens when he comes.
Okay, good, thank you.
Yep.
All right. So one of our goals is working on this building. I think that's a big step forward on that.
Another one's working on the transfer station.
Yeah, which we can talk about with the committee. But yeah, we started a list and I meant to pull it out, keep it separate so I have it,
A list of what?
goals.
Oh,
I think you weren't here. So we started transfer station, the building, going through policies and procedures. What else more? I'm blanking on. What other goals we came up with? It was a few meetings ago.
those were the main ones.
Yeah, those are the main ones, the
Yeah.
policies and the transfer station, yeah.
Right.
The building and. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And so Warren, you and Jeanette met with. Under Canvas, right, about signs?
Yep, and those signs have already, we've talked about that meeting and the outcome of that meeting. The signs arrived last week. I just need to get with Adam to find out when he's ready to install those,
Okay,
and just make sure that he is aware of exactly where they go. I'm sure it's not that difficult to figure out, but
And so we've got the three-way stop sign.
We've got three-way
Three-way
stop
here.
signs, we've got stop ahead signs, we've got speed limit of 20 miles an hour, which he said, based on state statute, that a police officer could not write a ticket for going 25 or 30 on that road because of the class of the road. But he said we could post whatever we want because it's a town road, so. He said something that, is it a class 4 road? Blakesley?
Probably class 5, isn't it?
I don't know, I don't need to know the classes of the road, so therefore I don't store that energy in my, or that information in my brain. So whatever class road it is, the typical speed limit is 30. So,
Seems like 20 is more reasonable.
Uh,
So we're posting it for 20 anyway.
we're posting it for 20.
Okay,
The under canvas signs are up. So those are up
good.
as of last week,
And they put those up, right?
yes.
Are they coming to the planning board meeting on Wednesday?
Thank you for asking. I spoke with Reed and he said he spoke with Carl and Carl said that everything that they were supposed to deliver on, they've delivered now that the signs have been installed. Reed was concerned that the person or people that they would send to the meeting would possibly be put in a position to try and answer questions that they may not know the answers to. So he said if we were adamant on under canvas coming to a planning board or select board meeting, he asked that it be a different date because he can't make Wednesday.
Okay.
And he would like to be the representative that comes since he was the one who was involved in everything from the beginning.
Do
So.
you feel like we, after meeting with them, do you feel like we need to meet with them again?
No, when we met with her that day, Jess was it, right?
Jess, yeah.
Yeah, everything that we talked about with her, they have their signs up. We have our signs, they said they would pay for them,
Yeah,
so.
so we have to invoice them. We still have to invoice them for the
I'll invoice it together for
for the
fixing
road-
the road.
for the road damage, and
Yep.
then they're paying their transportation costs
They're paying that
The-
weekly.
weekly.
Sounds like everything is good.
And they're not letting trucks stop in the road to unload anymore, right?
Haven't seen any.
Okay. Then I think we're good. So Wednesday, you could always ask the planning board if they had any questions and we could bring them to it. So did we post that planning board meeting as a select board meeting too?
I believe I did,
Okay,
But
But-
if we don't need it,
but if you don't need it, you don't need it.
then we don't need it, yeah.
Yep.
That was the primary reason.
looks like it'll be busy anyway.
Looks like there are gonna be a lot of things on the agenda. I'm wondering if I should come just to sit in the corner and listen.
I'm not making that decision. I will be there.
Yeah, you'll be there, good. I might show up. This might be interesting, okay. But I mean, I had it in my mind, but now that I don't have to go.
You've already cleared your schedule.
Be nice to have a night off. Okay, do we have any other updates from the planning board?
We haven't met since last meeting, so. no.
Okay, but I've seen lots of things come through.
Yeah, there's gonna be a public hearing for the lot line adjustment. Looks like the Conservation Commission is gonna be there to ask a question. So maybe you should be there.
About the lot line adjustment?
No, about. What exactly was it? You guys were CC'd on the email also.
Was it the
Well-
letter?
No, it was about making a business district or something.
Oh, yeah, the one that Carl said that they don't do business districts.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's gonna come and ask anyway.
Okay. And then we've got a question about Lower Oxen Road, one of those,
Lower Ox Team Road.
yeah,
I thought that was answered in the emails, but maybe somebody will be,
yeah, I don't know. I
if it
didn't
was
catch those.
private or.
It is
town.
private. That's a private road.
Yeah. And then a suggestion or a conversation, I guess, about zoning.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting.
Yep, yep,
There was a letter too, regarding, I guess, some timber cutting that was done on Faraway Road by Chris Nelson.
Oh, yeah,
oh, from DES.
From DES too, that was sent to
Yeah,
everyone.
about going to wetlands.
Yeah.
and-
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And
I'm
he's the
sure
one that
that
had those 3 lots that are for sale,
subdivided,
right?
yep,
Yep.
yep,
Well, DES is handling that, so,
yes,
but that's good.
but you guys were made aware of it, so.
Yes.
Okay. Conservation Commission,
Believe it or not.
No
Okay.
meeting,
okay. Post community agreement, we're not doing anything until September
September 21st.
1st, yeah. And then it'll be just a meeting with, it's actually technically a non-meeting with the attorney,
On public,
technically a non-meeting,
oh, whatever you call
yep, I know. It's a me, it's, the state, RSA's. Okay. And the building committee, I know that work was done. Is there
yep,
Another work day?
and we have, so I already talked about the North Country Mechanical. I already talked about the flooring. I also got quotes from the electrician. So it's $1,100 for them to come in and work at separating the switching of the lights in the entryway. He said it's gonna easily be 2 guys, 8 hours, because they have to get into the brick wall and or rewire a set of them and add another switch or something. So that quote to separate the switches from the entryway, interior and exterior, is $1,100. And then replacing 3 new exterior lights outside. I believe that that's the 2 lights on the side of the gym and the 1 light at the entryway.
Not under the overhang.
I don't know if it's under
Okay.
the overhang or on the outside. I
Okay.
tried to text him to ask and I didn't get a response. So that quote was for $1,250. So it's $2,350 total.
So I know we wanted to separate the vestibule from outside so that we could have a motion detector light outside.
Cause I have motion detecting bulbs in those fixtures.
Right.
Mhm.
But then, can we instead replace the fixture in the vestibule with an LED, so we wouldn't worry about the electricity use?
Yeah, but you still wouldn't wanna leave them on all the time. I mean, I would put LED lights in there definitely, but you still wouldn't wanna leave the vestibule lights on all the time.
True.
And in order right now for the exterior lights to be on, the lights in the vestibule have to be on.
I'm just trying to figure out some way of not having to go into the brick. Save money. Ideas?
I'm not an electrician.
Not either.
So the lines, the power lines right now are running through the brick.
Yeah, everything is through the brick. The block.
Unless there's a way to run it around, but. Yeah,
I guess it depends on how you want it to look.
exactly.
Do you want it to look like that?
That's the only other option besides going through the brick, so it's having a. Channel on the outside.
Is there anything up through the ceiling? I mean, I'm sure he would have said so if it was.
I'm sure that they will try the easiest route.
This time of year, it's not a big deal, but come winter, it really would be nice to have motion detector.
Yeah, because it gets
Exactly.
dark so early.
It gets dark outside.
Yeah.
Well, even if it's not motion detector, just dawn and dusk. I mean,
Yeah,
something.
Yeah,
but do we want to pay $3,300?
Well, you have to also take into consideration that those lights on the side of the building are what light up the parking lot,
That's
which becomes a safety issue when you leave here in the winter. I mean, granted, now the parking lot, you can actually walk without tripping, but
Didn't we replace those or didn't, like
Nope.
the fire
Nope.
department or something?
nope, they've never been done.
I thought they did something. Okay,
No.
do we have any choice? Do we need to do this?
so it's gotta get done. I mean, the lights outside aren't working right now, are they?
No.
Which ones?
not-
The ones on the side of the gym?
Yeah.
No,
Gotta get done.
Yeah, the lighting stinks out there.
I make a motion that we proceed with the electrical work for the quotes.
I'll second that.
it's Norris Davis Electric.
And suggest getting a second quote, but we've had trouble getting, it's been how many years to get one quote?
This is like our fourth or fifth electrician that's been here that,
I think we need, if he'll do it, just
Just-
forward and do it.
Do it.
Yep.
I mean, I even tried to get the guy in town to do it. Thinking, it's half a mile up the road from where he lives, but
Yep. Okay, so I made the motion, Eric seconded it, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and for the transfer station committee, the committee met on July 27th. We haven't, at that point, we had not received a response or a quote from Casella or from Waste Management on recycling. Mike noted that people have been very happy that we're recycling again, and I think he started taking paper, plastics, and cardboard to Casella, the NCES.
he has not,
He has not?
he has not taken any
Okay,
yet.
okay. Because I was trying to remember, I thought we were waiting to actually approve that until we got finalized the issue about how much to reimburse him for his dump trailer and truck.
I
use,
thought we figured that out.
which we figured that out, but I don't think last meeting we actually did that other step to actually approve him taking it. I mean, I think we implied that it was improved, but maybe we should just
Yeah, I
explicitly.
think when you were gone, we had compared prices with what the state guidelines were.
And the IRS has a truck price for mileage, and then they have a range for trailers. And so we took the median of that range.
I know our truck prices were like 76 cents a mile now.
Yeah, I think that's about what is something,
Or 72.5 cents a mile.
So-
That's the IRS rate.
yeah.
We approved for whoever's working at the transfer station to take the stuff, so.
Yeah. And then there's a range for trailers, so we took the median of that.
And it's only Monday, so maybe this week he's planning on going.
He is.
Yeah. So I make a motion that we approve for now, having our transfer station attendant take the recyclable paper, plastics, and cardboard to NCES. And this might change in the future. That would bring our overall cost down because we won't be paying the $465.
Didn't we already vote on that?
So it was talked about before.
That's what I was trying to
When
remember.
Kyle
Go back in
left,
minutes.
and Mike came in, it was talked about then, and then Kyle came back, and then it was approved for Kyle to use his box truck to take mattresses. And then Kyle retired, and now Mike is back.
I think we approved it on a temporary basis, but I'm not sure we approved having Mike take it.
Yeah, I
Using
thought we
his
did
truck and
something too,
trailer.
but I don't remember.
I'm not
I
sure.
don't remember.
I
We've talked
was
about it
talking
a
to
lot.
Nat and I was not sure and I was thinking, were we supposed to approve that? So I think I'm just being extra careful.
Okay. I'll second it.
Let me revise. I think we already did approve recycling. I'm going to approve that our transfer station attendant can use his truck and dump trailer to take the recyclable paper, plastics and cardboard to CES.
I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor? Um. You mentioned that the blue bag use was up. We talked about looking at grants for the scale, which you're doing. Jess and Gall, we're going to look into, I think Gall especially, we're going to look into grants for balers, compactors.
Yeah.
And then we talked about, and then did you go with Mike to look at?
Not yet.
Okay, so you're gonna look at the footprint for trying to put the two of the containers with
With the
a
roof on it,
roof on it. Okay,
yeah.
you wanna give us an update on the scale?
Yep. I have an update on a couple things. I spoke with Casella and Waste Management last week. Casella is charging $170 a ton for us to dump recycling at NCES. They are working on a long-term number for us, as is Waste Management, working on a long-term number for us. She was gonna try and get me something today, but I never saw anything come through. Waste Management, in my conversation with her last week, they're proposing a 10-yard open top single source recycling dumpster. They said that they could place 2 of them. So this would save on trucking costs because the dumpster never leaves. They basically just have a truck that has the forks. It drives in, it picks up the dumpster, it empties it in their truck, and he sets it back down. So they do that in the North Country with some other places already. So she was gonna get me a quote for that. She said that they could place 2 of these 10-yard dumpsters if we thought we would need to. And they take all plastics as well as all the other items.
That need to be undercover.
No, because it's enclosed, it has tops on it. So we
The
could
dumpster-
enclose it if we wanted to, but why?
The dumpster has
Yes,
closed?
so the type of dumpster it is similar to this, except it would be bigger, it would slant from the front, it would slant up as you go back.
Okay.
So she didn't have a thing with the 10-yard dumpster on it.
But it'd just be bigger than the 8-yard slant?
Yes,
Okay,
yes. So, she's getting me a long-term price for that. She asked if we would do a 5-year contract, and I said probably not, that we would probably be looking at 2, and she said they usually do 3, but she would do 2 if she could. So that would be for the recycling. I did let her know that, and she already knew, NCES is scheduled to close next summer. So she was gonna get us a price for municipal waste and demolition as well.
okay.
And then I spoke with Casella, they're supposed to have someone get in touch with me to talk about long-term recycling whatever that means.
Okay. So with waste management, we're waiting on a price.
Yes,
And then the other thing would be transportation cost. They'll give you that when they give you the price per ton, right?
yes, because they wouldn't, they would just be coming and emptying it and leaving it, so
Yeah.
there wouldn't be. They wouldn't be taking a dumpster and bringing a dumpster back.
Okay. But there's still, they would incorporate their transportation,
Ye-
their costs.
Yes, it would,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay,
So I'm waiting to hear from Waste Management, and then I'm waiting to hear from Casella on that. I also got Normando, he
Mhm.
also sent an email stating that, or a letter stating that he would send us. He would be happy to come in and talk to the select board again about transportation. I sent him an email and said, we don't really need you to come in. If you could just email something, that's fine. And then if there's questions or if the board wants to discuss it, we'll have you come in. So he was supposed to send that, but I have not seen that yet either.
I'm trying to remember his price. We talked to him,
It was a 5-year contract and it started about where Casella was and it went up substantially each year.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
And that was for the waste disposal?
that
It
was for
just
trucking.
transportation.
Yeah.
Just for truck.
So like with Casella, we pay $55 per ton for municipal solid waste, but we pay like $465 per truck.
Just for the truck load.
Yeah,
Right,
And then however much it weighs, 55 per ton.
right. And now we're gonna pay for recycling 176 per ton, but we're gonna save money because Mike's gonna transport it. And so we'll pay him mileage.
Sorry, Emily.
so then,
So it makes it more affordable.
It's less.
so then I also got a quote for, a vertical baler compactor. This, just because I know that it's been talked about, I was doing other things for the pallet and scale. They have one, it's, single phase power. And it does compacting and baling. And it's $10,450. It's out of it comes out of Harmony, Minnesota.
And that would be new.
That would be new, brand new.
And can that do different materials?
Yes, I would assume so. Because it compacts and bales.
I mean, although if we're doing to single source recycling, it could all be combined and baled. It just seems like it'd be more.
Well, you wouldn't bale it if you're having someone come pick it up. Because then they have to separate it. If you're gonna do a compactor and a baler, it's because you're gonna sell it as a commodity.
Okay,
And in order to do that, you have to be able to store it.
yeah,
So
and also reduce trusting costs.
right, I looked into it because it had been discussed on and off. I don't think we generate enough to sell it as a commodity. I could be wrong, but I don't think we have the storage capabilities for it either. I just looked into it just because I was looking.
Well, if we look at grants, that would be part of what we'd have to have that data in terms of what we produce, and
Right,
if we get the scale, that will help with that,
yes,
determining that. And even though we're doing single source or single stream recycling, if we separate it so we get that data, it's probably going to be beneficial, even though it's going to be more step time.
so here's the issue with that, if we do single source. Which a lot of places are doing, so we would probably have to. Look at DES reports and see how we would report. That as how much we recycled. We wouldn't sort it. It's all going into a dumpster and they're picking up the dumpster and dumping it in their truck and taking it. Right, so we would still use a pallet for maybe aluminum. Or stuff like that, because we take that and we sell it. So to move in that direction, I contacted Metler Toledo. They're the ones who gave me a quote last fall. I asked him if their quote was still good. He gave me a better price. They have 11 units that are being phased out because they're coming out with a newer model. So he was able to give me an additional discount on them. They only have 11 units, so once they're gone, they're gone. So instead of giving me a 10% municipal discount, he's offering a 40% discount.
That's for the,
This is for the pallet jack with the scale, a built-in scale. So that pallet jack with the scale ends up total cost with the extended service plan and setup and calibration and all that jazz. The total ends up being $4,360. So now to piggyback onto that, NH Recycles has a 20%, they will pay up to 20% in their grant for a pallet jack for stuff that you work with recycling. Since we had the issue with Littleton no longer taking our recycling, and we've been trying to figure out how we're going to make the best of the situation. Mike talked to Andrea and Brian at NH Recycles in detail for the last almost year since we knew this was happening. So they are willing to help cover the remainder of the cost as long as it doesn't go over $5,000.
Oh, can't go wrong with that.
Right. So they're closing this grant out next month. So if we're gonna do this, we have to move fast. One, because there's only 11 units at that price, and two, because they're closing the grant out in September of 2026. So essentially, we could get the new pallet jack with the scale, a 1-year extended warranty, service plan, whatever it's called, calibration, all that jazz for $0. Well, we have to spend it and then we
And
get,
you have the capacity to get the grant done by September?
I already have the grant, most of it handwritten.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can pull it together. I think we move forward on it.
I do.
we've been talking about it forever,
Yeah,
at least a couple of months.
Yeah, I have most of it handwritten, so I just have to type it out. And then
okay, I make,
send.
and I mean, the grant's gonna be reimbursement anyway, so I think we should go ahead and purchase the thing. And if for some reason the grant doesn't come through, we got that money in the capital reserve. fund,
We
don't
do,
Okay.
yes.
I make a motion that we proceed with purchasing the pallets scale. And with some having Jeanette complete and submit the grant. Will this be 2 grants, one for the 20% and one for the NH recycles?
I'm not sure if I need to do 2 separate grants. It might be. She said in here that NH Recycles would purchase the pallet jack for Dalton using the grant and pay 80%, and then we would need to put in the request to NH the Beautiful for the other 20. So I'll have to talk to her to figure out the dynamics of how to get it covered at 100%.
Or whether they, it sounds like they would purchase it.
Maybe they
Maybe.
would purchase it and then we would have to submit for the 20% we covered. I'm not sure. So
Let me start over on that motion. I make a motion that we proceed with working with NH Recycles and other entities to have a pallet scale purchased and get the maximum reimbursement or compensation for the grant.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Right.
Aye.
and are you okay that I sign that grant document?
Yes.
May I add something to that? By us having an actual scale, we'll have an actual, we can keep a real data of exactly how much we are losing,
Right,
because it will have that actual weight, where we haven't had that for a long time.
so my question is, because I was thinking, even though for right now, whether it's Casella, NCES, or Waste Management, it's single stream recycling, so everything goes in together. But do we wanna keep getting it to the transfer station separated? So that we can weigh it and then put it in, so that we know whether we will, for example, probably the logical thing for us to sell on our own would be cardboard. There's not much of a market for plastics or mixed paper, from my understanding.
Well, it's fluctuates. Right now, you have a decent market for cardboard and mixed paper. Plastics is starting to rebound, but it's not where it used to be.
But so that we'd have that data if we want to
It
somewhat
would
buy
be-
a baler or compactor and do it.
It
And how much
actually,
staff, because the real thing is gonna be staff time and backhoe time.
basically, if we keep going like I'm doing, what we do the Gaylord, people love putting the stuff in the proper places. And by doing that, we can get a pretty accurate of how much weight we're actually producing. Even if we have it as a single stream, it ends up, we'll have a actual paper trail of exactly how much we are doing, without really having any major changes.
Okay, and that'll be okay in terms of your workload and
Right,
it
it
to
wouldn't,
the-
it wouldn't
to
really
the
change
10
at all,
10-yard dumpster, like if we went with Waste Management,
right,
okay? Or to your dump trailer if we go to
Right.
NCES.
because we can keep more of understanding how much we are producing, and it's also gonna help over the whole year. Because we can see what's like in the winter, fall, and just basically we can figure out what are we actually doing.
Yeah, because I go back to Brian's report where he said we should look at this. But I understand what Jeanette's saying, that we may not produce enough to sell it.
Yeah.
And I guess I feel like I just don't have the information now.
I think to really make a profit on that, you have to sell a lot of it, and then we gotta store it.
Yeah. And it may not be making a profit, just not paying $176.
Storage down there.
You know, there's no storage, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's part of a long-term plan. Because it'd be part of that story you're
Right.
talking about, building with the 2 pods and a roof.
The biggest, I'm just gonna add, like I just said, the biggest thing, we don't know. There's so many unknowns at this moment. But if we can scale, we'll have more, okay, we produce this much plastic, this much. And actually have a good.
Yeah.
This understanding.
And we can always
Modify.
change and do it differently later,
Right,
in a
modify
year, we
it.
could just do it. I'm also thinking in terms of even transporting to NCES with plastics, if they were compacted, it'd make a lot of sense. So you could get more on
In a load,
in a load. So I don't think I'm thinking we shouldn't totally move a baler and a compactor off the table.
Yeah, I
We should
agree.
still, I don't think we should buy it right now, but we should still
Sure.
be thinking about it.
Now, can you do that with the single stream recycling?
Yeah.
But compact it?
yes, you
Yeah.
can,
I know they gotta separate it somewhere, it's harder to separate it, all compacted, but then it's not our issue.
But if we compact plastic together and,
I don't know how you would sell it though. How are you gonna sell it if you compact single source? Because everything comes at a different, you're getting paid a different price for it all. So I would think that and I don't know, cause again, I don't store it in my mind. I don't know how they would do that.
But that's where I think you'd have to. I mean, I know they have single stream, but
We'd
if
have,
plastic altogether or
Right.
cardboard altogether, then that would
Sure.
just bypass some of their process.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I've never been to one of their facilities, and I don't know how they operate.
each different facility has their own way. And most of the ones I visited are all good sized places.
Yeah.
Okay. But it just gives us an idea of what we can do, what we can't do.
Yeah. So we already approved moving forward with the scale. And we'll just revisit this when we have more data about looking at baler or compactor. And we'll see what we get for pricing from Waste Management.
Yep.
So I think we're all set.
Yeah.
For now. And we explicitly approved that you can take the recyclable paper, plastics and cardboard to NCES with your truck and trailer.
All right. That'll relieve some pressure.
So we're all set with that.
Okay,
I think we may have approved that, but we just weren't sure.
right, yeah. I'm here to help the town. And that's where I'm at.
Yeah. And the other thing I just sent out, because I got copied on some flyers. I haven't looked at them in a lot of detail, but I think I sent them to your personal email. And to the committee and to us. There may be some signs that would help, be useful.
Yeah, we get all of our signs from NH the Beautiful,
Okay,
and we get those free.
okay,
So I did ask Mike if he wanted different signage for recycling, and he said at this point
We're pretty,
he wanted to try and leave everything as it was. At this point, if someone had questions, he'd just tell them.
so the other thing. Like, I didn't even know we had a compost pile there,
Mhm.
so we might look at signage for that. But I don't think people know that they can bring their
Yeah,
compost.
we could get one like that. That would be, they have that.
Yeah,
They have a big list of different signs
yeah,
that would help to guide people in a transfer station.
the other thing I think I just saw today, it might have come in a few days ago, was NHMA is having training in September on lithium batteries, because those are not supposed to go in at
That's
all.
correct.
So we probably need big signs on that, because I think.
I
Like,
would
when we
like
were
that.
when we were there,
Hey.
Brian pulled something out of the dumpster that had a battery.
Yes, because we have 60 of them at the station as of right now
Yeah,
that I have to get rid of, so I have to try to find a supplier that will pay, and we'll probably have to pay for it, but to get rid of, but I've also let people know now, since the first of the year, the federal government is really pushing on these batteries, that when you sell equipment with these batteries in, they have to take it back. Because
if you buy something new,
new, and then the battery, because it's built in
yeah,
to.
the price, but a
So
lot of
they-
people have them that are old, so I think we need to make sure.
Well, that's one of the things, and I got actual paperwork from New Hampshire Recycles
Mhm.
about it, and I got a pack about like that, and I've been giving it out
Okay,
so that they understand why we cannot take it.
yeah, because I think we have a liability as a municipality.
Well, there's been Keene, New Hampshire, last year, lost their whole transfer station because of battery.
Ooh.
It burned, nobody knew it,
Yeah,
and it ended up burning the whole transfer station.
That's how AB's burn.
Hmm?
That's AB's gravel
Oh,
pit,
yeah.
big building. That's what they had.
Oh,
They had
yeah,
them
yeah.
in Milwaukee, I believe,
Mhm.
plugged in.
Okay, okay. I
It's,
think we're all set with the transfer station. Anything else? Okay, thank you, Mike.
I'm sorry I was late.
That's all right. Um. So we have good news on the highway truck.
Yes.
It was approved.
It was approved by the executive council and the governor, so I've already reached out to Adam and, the truck salesman and let them know that we could move forward with the project, so he was going to see what was available and when it would be available, and so Adam's pretty excited about that, and
Good.
Adam understands that the old 10-wheeler will be destroyed. And
Yeah.
BES is asked to get a schedule, a notification of when that's scheduled in case they want to be on hand to watch it be done.
Yeah,
So I let Adam know and I said, do everything that you can to not put another penny into the truck.
yes.
He says, well, we still need it. We still have to run it. And I said, I understand, but just
It just limp along for a
Yes.
while.
literally, so.
And we did that forecast that we did last year for the budget, we factored in buying another second used one.
Yep,
So that's getting rid of that one.
Yeah.
I just don't want, all to go ahead and then all of a sudden come back and say, well, we don't want to destroy this. We plan,
yeah, that's not an option. With
No.
this grant, that is not an option.
right, I know.
Yeah.
But we pulled back before. And
Yep.
Good, good. Okay, I mean, I know you're working on the invoices for FEMA repair.
Yep,
and
we did.
mitigation.
We did, this morning I got an email approving 2 of the 3 time extensions. So, Dalton Roads 3 and Culverts project, which is Union and Harriman.
Yeah.
That project has been extended to Wednesday, September 30th. And Blakesley Road and Culverts has been extended to Thursday, October 1st.
Good,
I haven't gotten anything on roads 2, which includes French Road. That's the one that they are working on approving that late submitted mitigation plan, so. I haven't gotten anything on that, but I have a follow-up phone call with them tomorrow
good.
morning, so we'll see what's going on there.
And I assume the work is going well. We're on
The work is going, yeah, the work is
Oh.
going well. I don't know if any of you have driven up and down Harriman or Blakesley, but it looks nice.
They did a good job.
It looks nice. It's coming along.
good.
I wouldn't want to win the ditch.
No, me neither, but
But at least the.
it'll keep it
water-
from,
Yeah.
it'll keep it
Go.
from washing away the road. Yeah, it looks good.
Okay. And then new business, you have a tax collector conference.
Yep, so this is the annual conference. It happens every September. And it's Wednesday, the 16th through Friday, the 18th. So I will be closed that Thursday. So that is,
So you could just put it out so people know.
yes, I think I've already posted it on the door.
Okay,
Yep. And that's in North Conway, so I stay at the hotel there and that's included in the budget for the tax collector. So, yeah, I've
okay,
got that, but I don't have my week-long class in Concord because I finished my dual certification last year. So
okay,
that's next week, but I'll be here.
okay.
They asked me if I wanted to come help and I was like, yeah, no, sorry, not this time, maybe next year. Still too fresh.
Yeah. Okay, for other business, I know we want to work on policies and we've got a bunch of them. And we're waiting for you, Eric. Do we want to have a working session sometime to just work on policies, or do you want to try to do something tonight?
Probably have a working session.
That's fine.
You might just, when we're fresh, we just come in and we could even come in
just to work on that.
just to work on that and not do anything else. You know, or we can try to get through one or two at a meeting. Whatever the board wants.
When would the working session be?
Um,
A calendar.
It's not gonna be while Eric's on vacation.
I mean, we could do next
Going
Monday.
through the 17th.
You're gonna be 17th, you're good on, right?
He's gone.
So not next week, no.
And then 24th is a meeting.
No,
Transfer
17th
station,
is a meeting.
transfer station meeting 24th.
On the 24th. We could do it after the transfer station committee meeting.
That's at 5:30. Want to do it after that?
Yeah.
Does that work with you? You probably should be in on these discussions.
On the 24th?
Yeah,
If I need to be.
okay. So. The transportation committee is at 5:30. Should we plan for 6:30?
Yeah, whatever's.
Whenever it's done, shall we post it for 6 and it might not start until 6:30?
Yeah,
Okay.
So we're posting that for 6 o'clock on the 24th?
Yeah. That way we can start as soon as the transportation committee meeting's over.
So the ones that we were going to work on is the right to know. Submissions to the website. The investment policy.
Yeah.
I emailed these to everybody.
The town
Um,
building key policy.
bounce checks, pistol permit funds and key in the key fob policy.
And contacting the attorney.
Oh, yes, and contacting the town attorney.
That sounds like a good chunk to take care of. Okay.
Sorry, I'll wait.
Okay, do we have any other new business?
Yes. I sent you guys resumes for 3 people who applied for the part-time transfer station position. I received these resumes after Mike was already offered the job. One lives in Littleton, one lives in Whitefield, and one lives in Lancaster. I didn't know if you just wanted me to contact these people and say that the position had been filled, or if you were considering hiring another person whose sole job would be to cover if Mike was not available or once a month or something like that. I just need to know what to do with the resumes, whether we're gonna pursue an interview
anyone, anyway,
or not.
It would be
that way,
nice,
that way you can switch off.
right,
Yeah,
And this way here, it's not, I mean, but let's say I wanna go out with my wife one night for a weekend or
just
something like that.
Tell her that you have to work. I mean,
Are you thinking of like one Saturday a month or one Tuesday a month or for having somebody cover for you or what do you?
Something to that effect,
Just so that we
It's
can
just
see if
so-
people are interested in that level of work. So
Right.
like,
correct,
we
like it was-
talked about having a second just for cases like that.
yeah,
So I think that's why Kyle got burned out, because there was no second to cover him and.
and that's what I'm thinking, if we want to see if these people, we had posted the job for 17 to 20 hours a week, was it? Or I don't remember now.
I don't remember.
And this instead would be like, if it's one Saturday a month, it'd be like 9 hours. Or if it's a Tuesday, it would be like
5.
It's-
5 hours.
yes, something that,
So we could reach
There's a-
out to them. So
or
like
it'd-
once a
it'd be
month
like a
on
back-
each day,
right,
Right.
back up and,
but also gives them some time.
yeah,
Right, because it's not gonna just be on an on-call basis.
Right,
So like. I guess what I need to know when I call these people is, hey, we've already filled the part-time position, but we're looking for a backup.
or more,
You'd be working how many Saturdays a month?
like one Saturday a month.
One Saturday, one Tuesday a month.
Does that make sense?
what they're saying, yeah, at least that.
Okay, and maybe more to fill in. For
Like say,
vacation.
if we wanna go on a vacation or something like that,
But that would be
Yeah.
the minimum.
right,
And the vision is that this person would be working separately from you, but I think initially there'd be a training period.
of course,
So you could,
getting used to how.
Right. so you could,
we're
I mean,
actually-
show where everything
Exactly.
is, and the person would also have to pass the test too.
And they have to get their
Well, they have to,
whatever
they
certification.
have to take,
Certification.
get their
That's
permit.
that test.
They
Yeah,
have to go to, they'd have to go and contact Concord. And
so Concord, or they do it online?
I think they can do it online now. It's about it's a 6-hour thing. To get
Okay.
the certificate, what it is just, if you had this happens, how do you handle that?
Yeah,
If this happens, how do you handle that? And it's an open book test.
and we modified the personnel policy a year or two ago to cover paper training. Right, that's what I call it.
Yes,
Okay, so. Then if you would contact them and see if they're still interested,
Yep.
then we could set up interviews.
are you still looking at the 18-ish dollar? It was 18 to 20, I think, when we ran the ad initially.
I think that's still good, yeah.
Okay. Okie dokie.
And then we could even the next meeting interview them.
Okay.
Probably have Mike involved in the interview. So he'll be,
I'll be here the next meeting.
are you okay if we proceed without you?
Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, we'll wait till you're back. All right, any other new business?
No, but I have
Non-public?
one non-public.
Okay, any new business?
No.
Okay, we've
Good
got
night.
public comments.
I was,
No, I'm good.
I was 10 o'clock Friday night.
I should be in the morning?
Yeah.
I don't see why not. At least we'll get some numbers.
Yeah, it's not gonna be 10 o'clock at night.
No,
Can't see very well, but at night.
put the headlamp on. No, that's fine, 7, about 10 o'clock
About
on
10 o'clock,
Friday,
Yeah,
fine. We'll open it up and we'll get some numbers.
okay.
Appreciate it. You guys have a good evening.
You too.
Thank you,
Thank
Mike. Bye. What is it for?
Personal. Can you close the door, please?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. We're pausing the recording to go into non-public.
I make a motion, wait a minute, before you pause it. I make a motion that we go into non-public for a personal media
Thank
matter.
you.
Second.
All in favor?
I,
Aye.
We're back from non-public.
I make a motion that we seal the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Aye. The motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Who's second sealing the minutes? Is that you, Warren?
Okay, so I made the motion to adjourn. Eric seconded it. All in favor?
I.
Aye. Thank you, everybody. So where are you going on vacation?
Maine again.
Good night.
Like way up in northern Maine?